The Toledo Zoo has an important renewal levy on the ballot tomorrow, and joining us this morning to talk about it is Dr. Ann Baker. Thanks so much for being here.
Thanks for having me.
And issue 17, right?
Issue 17, it's a renewal, it's not a new tax, and it's really vital to the well-being and the future of the Toledo Zoo.
Now, I want to hit on both those points here because on your button there and on all the signage around town, I see the main selling point, or the main talking point at least, issue 17, not a new tax.
Not a new tax.
And
people are already paying it.
Now how big is the tax, and I guess why are you considering it not a new tax? Because technically, if it expires, right?
Well, it's a renewal, and we've had an operating levy since the early 80s, and it's never really expired. The tax will be about $2.16 for the owner of a $100,000 home. That's about $26 a year. So if you think about it, it's a cup of coffee a month, and we feel like that's a reasonably small amount to support the great zoo that we have here in Toledo. And we know that people love their zoo. We know that this is really one of the star attractions of the region.
Well, that's why you wrote the song, I Love My Zoo.
I Love My Zoo, right.
Yeah. We should have queued that up. So, Dr. Baker, what sort of opposition are you facing? Because I know with the Wood County issue, there was a lot of controversy because the zoo is in Lucas County and that was an expansion. Are you seeing much, if any, opposition inside Lucas County to this issue?
Not really. I mean, we've been doing phone calls, we've been doing canvassing, and really people have been very, very positive. That doesn't mean that everybody who's for it shouldn't go out and vote.
Right.
But I think people realize that it's not only is it a community icon, but it's also an economic driver for the community. We bring in a 5-county region about $38 million on an annual basis. That's our economic impact, and we support nearly 500 jobs. And so it's a pretty important player in the community.
Speaking of support, how much of your operating budget does the levy support? And realistically, I mean, is it a doomsday scenario if this chunk of your funding goes away?
It's 30% of our operating budget, and I will say that's down from 36% in 2007. So we continue to drive our earned revenue and try to be as self-sufficient as we can. Is it a doomsday scenario? I hate to think about what the zoo, it would not be the Toledo Zoo that everyone knows and loves if this levy doesn't pass.
Gotcha. And it is only Lucas County voters on issue 17.
Lucas County voters, issue 17, renewal, not a new tax.
Okay, so thumbs up is yes to the renewal, a no vote is no to the renewal, right?
Right.
I know there was confusion about other issues with.
No, we need a yes vote, a for vote.
All right. Dr. Baker, thank you so much for being here.
Thanks for having me.
All right, and remember, Election Day is tomorrow, so head to your polls and vote. We've covered a lot of other issues, including some Toledo City Council races over the past week. You can head over to our website, northwestohio.com, to check out those interviews as well. We'll be right back with more news.